The landscape of EV manufacturing is forever changing, and not in a good way for many Chinese manufacturers. An era that only recently began in the automotive industry and had so much potential is crumbling in the biggest car market in the world, and at an alarming rate. As we speak, thousands of electric vehicles are being abandoned in China, sitting in warehouses and storage lots as political and regulatory changes are forcing most of the country's EV companies to shut down operations. Why is this happening, and what trickle-down effect will it have on the global EV market? Today, we're taking a look at why thousands of EVs are being abandoned, left to the whims of time and nature. But first, if you like this video, please click the like and subscribe buttons. That really helps out our new channel. Booming industry, government subsidies, a changing global economy. All of these factors and more are shaping the fate of hundreds of hopeful Chinese EV companies. A sudden policy shift has recently sent shockwaves through the industry, leaving many companies in a dire situation. For decades, China has battled severe air pollution due to rapid industrialization. With international pressure from global citizens and environmental interests mounting, the Chinese government sought ways to reduce its carbon footprint while still supporting rapid industrial growth. Electric vehicles emerged as a potential solution, offering cleaner transportation that could improve air quality and public health. Recognizing the high cost of electric vehicles and evolving battery technology, the Chinese government intervened with one of the most generous subsidy programs ever seen. For every electric car sold, the government provided an average subsidy of $10,000, while electric buses received an even larger subsidy of $30,000 per unit. These subsidies propelled the Chinese EV market to become the largest in the world in a short span of time. A race to market dominance was set underway in China by frontrunners in the EV revolution. Lots of companies latched onto the vision of a world where fossil fuel-powered cars were not the only option for a productive population. As with any emerging industry, while many Chinese companies excelled in this new adventure, many others crumbled along the way. The landscape of the EV market in China started changing when China became embroiled in a trade war with the United States. This fiscal uncertainty prompted the Chinese government to reevaluate its spending. The massive subsidy bill that offered big discounts to EV buyers in China was projected to reach $70 billion by 2025 and become a burden on the Chinese economy. As a result, the government abruptly cut the subsidies by 50% and imposed stricter criteria for subsidy eligibility, which placed a higher value on more expensive vehicles with longer range. Hundreds of manufacturers had entered the industry expecting sustained or even growing demands for EVs. It was an unexpected disappointment when the sudden reduction in subsidies squashed consumer demand, which created unsustainable oversaturation in the market. These companies have been forced to raise prices to compensate for their subsidy cuts. As a result, EVs are losing their competitive edge against conventional vehicles, leading to a decline in sales and profitability. With more than 464 EV manufacturers in China, over half of them are predicted to face bankruptcy in the coming years. What does all of this mean? China's electric vehicle market, once a crowded and booming industry, is undergoing significant consolidation. The surge of manufacturers producing pure electric and plug-in hybrid models has become unsustainable. And while the smaller, less established companies are casualties of this market consolidation, players like BYD and Tesla are emerging as the winners. This trend marks a new phase for China's EV market and raises questions about the future of struggling players. Many early EV manufacturers in China were driven by the need to qualify for subsidies and meet regulatory requirements rather than focusing on high-quality design and performance. These vehicles, often referred to as regulation cars, were primarily sold to fleets and lacked long-range capabilities. As range requirements increased and the market became saturated, demand for these vehicles faded. Several early crown jewels of the industry, such as Zijia Electric Vehicles, Beijing Electric Vehicle, Byton, and Zixia Yujing Technology Shanghai, faced challenges and, in some cases, ceased operations. For example, Chinese EV maker Leton, also known as Levdio, filed for bankruptcy, adding to the wave of companies facing financial difficulties. This development raises questions about whether former Chinese low-speed electric vehicle manufacturers can compete with the standard EV makers in the upstream segment. Leton, known for its brand name, was once a sales champion during the golden age of low-speed EVs. Between 2016 and 2018, Letton sold a staggering 647,000 LSEVs in China, capturing 30% of the market. These LSEVs were quirky little electric vehicles relying on lead-acid cells or lithium batteries for power. However, they had weak engines, low safety standards, and a maximum speed of just 70 kilometers an hour. While they were popular in rural areas, especially among older people without driving licenses, they posed safety concerns on the road. Many low-speed EVs were knockoffs of famous cars, offering cheap imitations of Mercedes-Benz G-Class, BMW Isetta, and even Bugatti Chiron. Despite their popularity, LSEVs were not classified as proper cars, and their production faced strict regulations imposed by the Chinese government in 2018. In an effort to adapt, Letton acquired automaker Yema Motors in 2019, obtaining the permit to produce both traditional combustion engines and electric cars. They embarked on a transformation from a low-speed electric maker to a standard automaker. However, their attempt to introduce budget EVs under the I-Series in 2019 didn't go well, with sales remaining low. The I-Series was eventually discontinued in 2020. Undeterred, Letton made a comeback in April 2021 with the Letton Mengo, a hatchback designed by the renowned Pininfarina. It gained some success, selling 30,000 units in 2021. However, Letton's lack of experience in mature EV manufacturing and technology, coupled with rising lithium prices and other raw material costs in 2022, led to further problems for the company. As of now, Letton is entangled in various trials and suits related to contract disputes, sales, and loans. The financial situation worsened to the point where the company was ordered to pay a substantial sum and eventually filed for bankruptcy. The challenges faced by Letton highlighted the difficulties of the EV industry, even with significant investments like the 3.2 billion yuan raised in A-round financing in November 2022. Letton's struggles are not unique. Many other Chinese EV makers have faced similar fates. Neutron, another EV maker, refunded its customers and ceased operations, while Evergrande's Hengqi and its financial struggles led to the halt of production. While the picture may look dire for the Chinese EV market, amidst these challenges, every dark cloud has a silver lining. Private giants like Geely and state-owned companies like Changan are forming strategic alliances, and companies like BYD are collaborating with Tesla and supplying batteries to their German factory. It appears that the market is undergoing consolidation, with weaker players leaving the game while stronger ones team up for a more substantial future. The HHI index, a metric used to measure market concentration, indicates a clear trend of consolidation in the Chinese EV market. From the initial surge of around 500 registered EV makers in 2019, the market has significantly narrowed down. As expected, the top players including BYD and Tesla have strengthened their positions, with the market share of the top 4 players rising to 60% in the first quarter of 2023 compared to 44% 3 years prior. This consolidation has been driven by market forces and regulatory mechanisms, making surviving brands more internationally competitive. While the consolidation of the EV market brings stability and growth opportunities for dominant players, smaller car makers face difficulties in attracting consumers and staying competitive. One example is WM Motor Technology Group, a Shanghai-based EV maker backed in Beidou, which experienced financial troubles, layoffs, and declining sales. The company's reversal of fortune serves as a reminder of the challenges faced by players trying to navigate the evolving market landscape. China's experience with its EV market serves as a cautionary tale about government intervention in emerging technologies. Allowing markets to naturally evolve and grow without excessive interference often yields better results. Historic innovations such as the original motor vehicle, electricity, and social media flourished without heavy government involvement, suggesting that a free market approach may be more effective. China's electric vehicle market, once a shining example of success, now faces significant challenges. The aftermath highlights the need for a balanced approach to supporting emerging industries. While the Chinese EV market undergoes a period of consolidation and adaptation, its future remains uncertain, underscoring the importance of finding the right balance between government support and market forces. So what does the future hold? China's EV market continues to evolve, with new energy vehicle retail sales showing growth but still representing a fraction of the total passenger car deliveries. As consumer interest in electric cars grows, the market's focus is expected to shift from novelty features to safety, performance, and durability. Legacy car makers like Toyota and Volkswagen may find an advantage in this transition. The next 5 years will be crucial in determining the direction of China's EV market. What do you think the future holds for Chinese EV makers and the EV industry as a whole? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below.